Hello guys, and welcome to my new YouTube video for today. And today's video, as you can see by the thumbnail and the picture and the title, we're going to talk about Kang the Conqueror. Is Kang the Conqueror going to be more dangerous than Thanos? And this is what this video is going to be about. My thoughts on how Kang is going to be more dangerous than Thanos. Alright, and I'll come up with two ideas. The first, perhaps in the MCU in the future films and Disney Plus series, possibly, since Sylvie killed Immortus, the original Kang, see you soon. Perhaps the Kang variants have arrived in the MCU timeline, which by the way is kind of screwed up now because of the branches. Spoilers for Loki episodes, the last episode. Spoilers. Anyway, now that the original Kang is dead, his variants will come to the MCU. But what if his variants already arrived in the MCU? We saw in the when Loki got thrown to the TVA, it wasn't the Timekeepers anymore, the statues. It was Kang himself. So could this be that his variants already arrived in the MCU? And this is how it makes it kind of dangerous, but not really. If his variants are in the MCU already, they could keep an eye on the superheroes. They could keep an eye on what they're doing and when they're gonna do. I mean, props to Jonathan Majors for killing the role of Immortus, the OG Kang. Loved his performance and can't wait to see him in action soon in the MCU. Perhaps, obviously, in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So what if his variants are just like random cameos? And that's my theory, right? The variants came to the MCU timeline already, but they're gonna be cameos. I mean, we can have like a movie, perhaps in Doctor Strange or Spider-Man, with Jonathan Majors in the background, just wearing like a green hat and a purple shirt. And that's Kang. That's a variant. The Kang's watching what the heroes do and keeping an eye on how things are going. So perhaps his variants are keeping track on everything the heroes and the Avengers do, and they're talking to the real Kang, the big bad Kang. Because I do believe that different Kangs will come to the MCU, but not like the big one. The big one is going to be in Ant-Man and the Wasp 3. So perhaps they're just going to be monitoring the Avengers and the heroes and contacting the big King the Conqueror. Second, how is he going to be more dangerous than Thanos? Thanos wiped out half the universe, obviously. But what about Kang? I think Kang is going to be straight up evil. And he's going to be like, yo, Thanos just wiped half the universe, but me? What if I go to different timelines and conquer your world and freaking destroy all of you? He may be weaker than Thanos, but dangerous. Come on, Thanos was like a JoJo, for a JoJo reference. You know, tough, really strong. But for Kang the Conqueror and his variants, you don't need to be muscle to be dangerous. And that's what I say, right? A person can be dangerous by the mind, about how they take control of certain aspects and things happening around. Alright? Thanos was strong and powerful, yeah. But Kang has probably the wits. I mean, I don't know much of Kang the Conqueror, but I'm subscribed to Emergency Awesome and the Canadian Lad, and obviously I learned that Kang is a future descendant, I think, of Mr. Fantastic, aka Reed Richards. And he's gonna be super smart, right? I mean, Mr. Fantastic is smart. So Kang could be super smart. Thanos had brute force, but kind of smart. But Kang can be really smart and sort of manipulative, as we saw with Immortus. Sorry for the late. How he was talking to Sylvie and Loki, right? Manipulating well, not really manipulating, but sounding kind of he was lying to the liars, right? Because Loki lies all the time, fooling the fool, and that's how Kang can be more dangerous than Thanos. It's like in a game of chess, right? You gotta be concentrated, thinking of your next move, and that's what Kang the Conqueror can do. His variants can do. Instead of going with brute force and kind of analyzing of what to do, Kang can just be like, if the chess pieces were the Avengers and different timelines, right? He can calculate on how to do and when to do it. See, already dangerous than Thanos. Calculating, analyzing, and when to act on, right? That's how dangerous Kang the Conqueror can be, and I can't wait to see him in action. I can't wait to see Jonathan Majors kill the role again because he did a great job as Mortis. Acting like Willy Wonka, but kind of like in a creepy way. So let's go Marvel Studios. I can't wait how you're gonna do with Kang the Conqueror, how you're gonna play around with it. Let's go. And I really hope, and I know we all know that Kang is not gonna die right away. I know, and many know that he's gonna be the next big bad for the next Avengers film. Thanos took 10 years to make his move. Kang the Conqueror probably like in 3 or 4 years from now for the next Avengers film. Probably like in 2023 or 2024. But I know that Kang is gonna be in the MCU for like a while. He's not gonna go away. The Avengers and Loki for season 2 may hunt down his variants. But the big main one, as we know, the the main Kang the Conqueror, he's gonna be the final boss for Phase 4 and 5. So let's go. Jonathan Majors, let's go. Marvel Studios, let's go. And let's see how Kang the Conqueror is gonna be. Because OMG, just with that episode of Loki and seeing Jonathan Majors as Immortus, a Kang variant, the original Kang pretty much. Well, in the Loki. Like, just watching that episode, in my head, I was just like, yep, Kang, better than Thanos already. So let's go. The time god is coming. See you soon.